UFC 308 predictions. S and J MMA. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm S, and I'm ready.
I'm, I'm
Oh,
J,
sorry.
and I'm also ready. First up on the card, Rinat Fakhretdinov. Fuck knows how you say that. Versus Carlos Leal, bro. Who have you got for this?
I think right. Just look at the picture, right? You can tell who I'm gonna pick. Just look at the picture. One of them
Yeah, the
doesn't
fact that one
have a
doesn't have
picture.
one.
One of them doesn't have a picture, and one of them's beaten the goat Kevin Lee, and that is not Carlos
True,
Leal. That is not Carlos Leal. That
true.
is not something he did. He didn't really do much ever.
These are some pretty crazy wins, actually. I didn't even Brian Battle, Kevin Lee, Nicholas Dalby. Fuck, that's not bad wins, man. That's not bad wins. I'll be
Yeah, I
honest with you.
mean the Kevin Lee
I
one
don't
in
know who Carlos
2023.
Leal is for.
Kevin Lee looked like he forgot how to fight.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if we're giving Kevin Lee a win over Kevin Lee in 2023. I don't know if we're considering that a good win. But I have Rinat Fakhretdinov. I don't know. I think he's much more experienced. Obviously, he's been in the UFC for much longer. Carlos Leal. I think this guy's like some Brazilian prospect. I don't really know. I'm not going to pretend and sit here and pretend that I've watched his fights. But he fights in the PFL,
Bro,
so
he's
he has
30.
no good
He's
wins,
30.
and
He's
it's
not a
only against
prospect. He's
bums.
a bum. He's a Brazilian bum. They
Yeah.
needed someone to fill the card. Next fight. That's all this really matters. Rinat Fakhretdinov, we've both picked him. Beautiful.
All right, next up on the card then, Islam Naurdiev versus Bruno Silva. I have Bruno Silva winning this. I think Bruno Silva, every time I've seen Bruno Silva, even in the Chris Weidman fight, I thought he was fighting quite well until the eye pokes. I thought
Specifying that
he
eye pokes.
held his own.
Specifying that eye pokes. Eye pokes.
Opinions. Opinions.
Alright. One of these men got beaten by a 40-year-old wash Chris Weidman. It gets to a point where it doesn't even matter that he got eye poked.
Oh
Like,
my
come
God.
on. Come on.
What are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about? He got eye poked. What are we talking about? This is like picking fucking Leon over Bilal because Leon eye poked Bilal even. This is a foolish prediction. What are you talking about right now, bro? Islam Naurdiev has zero. What are you talking about? You're picking Islam Naurdiev in this fight.
Bro. Bro. This guy, Bruno Silva, has won one fight in his last, like, 6 fights.
Brother, look at Islam Naurdiev hasn't joined UFC yet, and he has 7 losses.
Who cares?
This guy, he's 3-3 in his last 6 in Brave FC. I'm supposed to pick him for Bruno Silva. Proven and tested against the UFC champion, and you're picking him over Bruno Silva. Sure, I understand that, but his last 3 fights have been hard. I understand. He's lost to Brendan Allen. I didn't think he looked good in that fight either. He lost to Magomedov. Again, I didn't think he looked good. Yeah, no, he didn't really look good in that fight either. But I thought he was looking okay in the Chris Weidman fight until the eye pokes. I actually thought he looked all right in the Magomedov fight as well. I thought he did well against Alex Pereira. He's the only person to take him to a decision outside of Blahovic, but
Alright,
yeah,
I'm going to hit you with
outside
this
Blahovic.
one. I think you're wrong about him looking good in the Chris Weidman fight. I thought he looked shit in the Chris Weidman fight.
I think you're just a fool then. I think he had Chris Weidman beat. I think he had Chris Weidman beat in that fight up until those. Well,
Why am
you
I
have
getting
to
called a
remember that the eye
fool?
were consistent and continuous. Oh my god! But okay, well then let's look at his Alex Pereira fight then. Let's please look at his Alex Pereira fight. Obviously, he was fighting against Pereira. He fought far better against Pereira than any other fighter.
Bro, we've not
I
seen how
understand,
good
obviously.
Ismail... Bro, this Ismail guy would have butchered Pereira. You don't even know it. Anyway, next...
Right, you're damn right I've not seen how good he is. No one's seen how good he is, bro. He's 3-3 in his last 6 in Brave FC. Name one other Brave FC fighter. You can't. Can't do it, bro.
Bro, I can name all
Makhachev.
of them and it'd embarrass you, so I'm not gonna.
Makhachev,
Right,
this
next fight.
guy is.
Next fight.
Oh,
Farid Basharat versus Victor Hugo. This is gonna be a good fight. And Basharat's
it's
actually
true.
really
I
good.
actually really.
Yeah, I think so. No, I'm joking. It's gonna be fucking shit.
Who'd you have winning? Who'd you have winning?
Basharat via boring decision.
Oh yeah, we should be saying what they're winning by. Look at this. Yeah, I have Basharat
Guys, we're
winning
new
actually
to
as well.
this. We're new to this. Big up Greg Hardy.
Yeah, true. This is our first. But I have Basharat winning. I think he looked good in his last fight. So
Yeah.
that's really all the reasons I have. I can't even
next
lie.
fight, you know, we're gonna try and
Next up on the
we're gonna be
card,
real,
next up
guys.
on the card.
We are just trying to get to the main card. We don't give a fuck
We
about
are
any of
just trying to get
these.
to the main card. Who's watching this?
Next,
Okay,
Chris Barnett.
hold on. Hold on, this is a good fight. This is a good fight.
This is gonna be a good fight.
Nzechukwu is absolutely horrendous, okay? This is either a wrestle fuck decision or a Chris Barnett flying back spinning kick victory. And I have Chris Barnett by flying back winning wheel kick in the 3rd round, bro.
Right.
I'm
All I'm
telling you,
saying is
okay?
Kennedy's second name
As
lost to
they say, bro,
Say
dead
Prue in
right. Chris
2024.
Barnett is onto it, bro. You don't understand. That's wild.
I'm gonna cut
Look, this guy has nothing to lose, okay? He lost his wife, he lost his house. He's going to put everything on the line in this fight, okay? If you think Kennedy Nzechukwu has the same determination that Chris Barnett does in this fight, this is the man who lost to OSP. We're talking about Vince St. Preux right now, okay? A man who got cut from the UFC after his next fight. He's moving up to heavyweight because he couldn't deal with the pressure of OSP's grappling. And he's now coming up against one of the craziest strikers in heavyweight. It's not a hope for him.
Bro.
Not a hope.
You're not taking into account that he did beat Devin Clark last year.
Brother, I was taking that into account.
Yeah, I know. Anyway,
As
I've got
said,
Chris Barnett.
There's not a hope for this man.
I've got Chris Barnett. I agree with you.
Okay, good. Then let's move on up the card then.
Screaming at me. I'm just sat here like, what gave you the idea I was supporting Kennedy?
Chris Barnett by what? Chris Barnett by what? By what?
Anything he wants. Anyway,
Anything you want.
I've got Chris Barnett. Chris
Barnett
Barnett by split decision.
I've got Chris. True. I can see Kennedy Nzechukwu actually grappling him up against the fence, and Chris Barnett just kind of getting those pitter-patter shots in, and I'm just giving it to him because like.
Chris Barnett's not too bad of a wrestler.
Huh?
Chris Barnett's not too bad of a wrestler, I don't think. I saw him wrestling with, Yoel Romero.
Well, he's got like.
It did look like they were having a bit of fun.
Anyway, we both have Barnett here. I think we can move on up the card.
Abus
Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Who do you have in this?
Fuck, man, I've got no clue. I watched Abus versus Strickland, and I'm gonna be real. That is the only fight I've seen either of these two in, and Abus looked good for the 1 round until he gassed. But this fight, he doesn't need to fight 5 rounds. Not that he gassed in 1 against Strickland. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. He has bomb level fucking gas tank. I've got Abus. Anyway, I've never watched Bruno Ferreira win.
I have Abus Magomedov as well. I actually have watched Bruno Ferreira. I watched him get a flying knee KO, which was kind of crazy. But no, I have Abus Magomedov. I don't think that Bruno Ferreira has. I think. Yeah, I've got Abus Magomedov. I've got Abus Magomedov I have him by.
Now I'm getting a bit scared. This guy.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got him by a unanimous decision. I'm not gonna sit and pretend.
Nah, bro. Abus by round 2 KO. It's gonna be crazy. They're both gonna gas in round 1. Trust me. I've never watched Ferreira, by the way. He could have a crazy gas tank. Anyway, next up. Oh my god.
Everybody has Mytek Orolbai here.
Okay. So we've got a normal man versus a Neanderthal. So, come on.
I don't think you understand. Mytek Orolbai is purely Oromogging here. He hasn't actually had a fight where he's looked incredible. I thought in his last fight actually he looked really poor. I thought that he really struggled in that last fight. I was shocked again as well because he wasn't against good competition. Who was he up against in that last fight? Let me check.
Elvis Brenner's decent. He's not great.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. I thought I'm not really. I expected him to perform much better than he did in that fight. Actually, he really got taken. Yeah, he struggled. He struggled with Elvin Brenner. He struggled with Elvis Brenner, bro. I wouldn't be so sure. I think it does go to a decision, actually. I'm going to say Mytek Orolbai by split decision, but I could see a robbery here. Honestly, I could see a robbery. I think that Mateusz Rębecki is kind of been counted out a little bit too quickly, you know? This isn't a guy who's bad, by the way. He's a good striker. He's a good striker. I understand, obviously, he's up against a wrestler, but I think there's a chance of a robbery here. I think there's a chance that it's one of those fights where Orolbai kind of lays on him. You know, we get that little lay on play, and maybe Rębecki sort of does a bit more on the feet, and people say, "Oh, damage-based scoring." You know, I think it's one of those ones where damage-based scoring is going to get thrown around a lot. But yeah,
I
no, I have
reckon
Orolbai by
Orolbai wins, and I'll
decision.
tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Okay. Look at
Go
where
on.
he's from. Kyrgyzstan. Name another person from
That's why I said
Kyrgyzstan.
Orolbai decision.
Valentina Shevchenko. Decision machine.
Right.
Decision machine.
True.
Okay?
That's true.
And that is why I think he's going to win by first round KO. It's going to be really fucking crazy. And, like, this Rębecki dude, I probably said his name wrong because he is Polish and that's got a weird fucking thing on it. God, I need to stop swearing. This guy's got a staph infection on his foot.
Did you say he was from Kyrgyzstan?
Orolbai.
Yeah, who else?
Valentina. Where do you think she's from?
She's from Peru.
What are you talking about? What are you talking
Valentina
about?
Shevchenko from Peru.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is.
No, she is not, bro. I'm searching the show up now. I'm searching the
Look
show
at
up
this MMA expert over here. Jeezy.
Oh,
wait,
bro,
actually,
type it in, bro.
both.
Kyrgyzstani, Peruvian, Russian.
She's both. She's both.
Bro, I'm not hearing any of this Peru, bro. I've never seen her walk out of a Peru flag in my life. Oh my god, she has. What the heck?
What are you talking about?
Oh, bro, I ain't know it. Bro, look, when she wins, look it on Google right now. When she wins, when Valentina wins, it says champion, it has a Kyrgyzstan flag. No one cares about the Peru. Anyway, next up. This is going to be
Geoff Neal.
a... Alright.
Geoff Neal dog walks him. Geoff Neal dog walks him.
I completely agree.
RDA is like, what, 40? 50 maybe even?
He's 80.
I don't even know. I'm shocked they got him cleared to fight, to be honest. I can't even lie to you. I don't know how this guy's still in the UFC.
Every year I've been alive, RDA's been fighting. Every single year.
This is true. Every year. And it's time for that to stop, okay?
Yeah.
Geoff Neal retires RDA in Dubai. Or
RDA doesn't grapple, really. He doesn't grapple unless he needs to. And when he does, he normally loses at it. And I think Geoff Neal's going to take his head off. This is going to be a unanimous decision. I can smell it.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. Bro, Geoff Neal's one of those fighters where, like, if he doesn't need to finish you, I just don't think he cares enough to.
Yeah, I've got Geoff Neal by decision.
You watch the Shavkat fight and you go, fuck, this guy's really exciting. And then he's not. Anyway.
Up the card. Let's move on up the card. Into the main card, brother.
Another faceless man versus Ibo Aslan.
This guy's obviously... they're both prospects, okay? They're both coming into the UFC. I've got Ibo Aslan purely based on the fact that he is a pick shot and the other guy doesn't.
Google's telling me that this other dude is like 32. Apparently, according to this image...
I've purely got Ibo Aslan based on the fact that his opponent doesn't have a reach.
I was going to say that he's not got any arms, no legs.
Considering that he's fighting a nugget, I do have Ibo Aslan here. I can't lie to you.
Yeah, I'm going to have to completely agree. I don't know who the other guy is. Ibo Aslan.
I've got Ibo Aslan, probably got rear naked choke.
Also, Ibo Aslan, I will say this, Ibo Aslan is the reason that the Pleasure Man is no longer fighting in the UFC. So
This is also true. He did retire the Pleasure Man.
Which is really sad. Why did you retire the Pleasure Man, Ibo Aslan? I fucking hate you. I hope he loses, but I've got him winning. Right, okay, let's get to actual good fights. Here we go. This is more like it.
Sharaputdin Magomedov versus Armen Petrosyan. Look at this. This is fights that people actually want to watch.
Russian Bisping versus Shitlord.
I have Sharaputdin Magomedov winning this fight.
Okay,
but I want to say that Sharaputdin has looked poor in his last... Definitely his last fight.
He looked good in the one before that.
I thought he was poor in his last fight, I'll be honest with you.
No, in the fucking Polish Alexandruk, man. I thought he looked decent. It's just then he started like trying to go for takedowns and shit, and it turned out that Shara just didn't do well with that at all. Yeah,
which I think but I don't necessarily think that. Well, the way I saw it was that I felt like he was getting caught a little bit on the feet, I felt like he was also kind of, I felt like he was struggling with the grappling. I felt he obviously won it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, but I I wasn't convinced by
What I
his
will
performance.
say is
I was not personally impressed by his performance. I'll just say that.
Armen
However,
has had one successful takedown in his 3-year UFC career. So, I mean, it's not like he's fighting a takedown threat, and this
yeah,
dude has fought,
what I was going
like...
to say was, however, he's fighting a total bum in Armen Petrosyan.
Nah,
Like
do you know what I
literally,
think it
they
is?
watched that last fight and thought, "Damn, we'll let him fight down a little bit."
Do you know what they've done, right? They picked one of those people who's, like, fought someone you've known before, like Leroy Duncan, and beaten him on decision. And, like, people think Leroy Duncan's good. He's not good, okay? He's not good. Did you see his last fight? He's not good. He sucks. He got destroyed by Gregory Rodriguez, okay? They're giving Shara an easy one, who people think's not so easy. Get that in your
Okay,
mind.
let's move on up the card.
Next one. Now we've got actually exciting fights. I'm
Now
excited for
this is a
this.
good fight. Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige. I think this is a good fight. I think both strikers. Dan Ige is going to look more to trade sort of inside. I think Lerone Murphy can deal with that better. I think Lerone Murphy is going to be able to keep him at range. I can see him sort of teeping him away, like just jabbing him down for 2 rounds. And then maybe in the last round, Dan Ige goes for a big flurry and we get a bit of excitement. But I can see Lerone Murphy winning this by
I
split
reckon
decision.
as soon
By
as Dan
decision,
Murphy
by
starts to
unanimous.
do any sort of damage, you'll just see Lerone hold him up against the cage. That's what he did in his
I
last
agree.
fight
I
against
agree. I
Barboza
think
whenever Barboza tried
Yeah, I
anything
think that the
crazy.
second the second that Dan Ige goes for that, I think if he tries to trade in the pocket and if he gets any success there, I think that Murphy's got far better grappling. I think he can mix it up better. He can mix in takedowns well, at least better than Ige can. I've got Murphy. I've got
I did
Murphy
not give a
by
fuck. I'm going to be completely real.
landslide.
I did not give a shit about this fight until last night when I decided to do a bit of research into it. Because I'd seen Ige fight, obviously, Diego Lopez, and I saw him knock out Andre Philly, and then I'd seen Lerone Murphy never. He was just one of those people, you keep hearing, oh, Lerone Murphy's really good, he's really good. I never watched him, and I just figured, oh, he's boring. And then I watched his fight against Barboza, and I'll tell you, that was a really good fight. And then I watched
I thought it
Ige's
was a
fight
great,
versus
and it was a great
Barboza,
performance as well. I
and I
thought that was
thought,
an incredibly dominant performance. I understand that Barboza was 38 by the time he fought Murphy, and I think he was 34 when he fought Ige. But I think just looking at the way that the two of them dealt with Barboza, I think is a big difference. You
I
can
mean,
see,
Ige got dropped like twice, right? Or
yeah, I mean,
once.
Ige, like you could argue that Ige lost that fight, whereas Murphy dominated him. Again, I understand that obviously this is, a Barboza who is
He's a bit
38. He's an
older.
old man at this point, but the way that Lerone Murphy dealt with Barboza in that fight, the way he like intelligently struck with him, the way he kept him on the outside, the way he perfectly like I just thought it was far more impressive than Dan Ige, who kind of like made it into a firefight.
Do you know what
And
I'll
I just don't
say?
think
I
I don't think
think. Oh,
Lerone
you go, you
I
go.
don't think Lerone Murphy will be pulled into a firefight.
You know what I'll say, right? I think this is going to be a Lerone Murphy unanimous decision. But if anyone's getting a finish, it's Ige. I don't think Murphy hits as hard as him. I don't think he's got that like killer instinct like Ige has. I mean, he got a crazy fucking knee against Amir Khani. Oh, I have watched him before. I watched him knee Amir Khani out cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that one live. Yeah, he got a good finish against Amir Khani, but then he's kind of just decisions. I mean, realistically, you get a knee in the face in the UFC, you're probably gonna go to sleep. Like, you know,
This
if
is
you
true.
get hit like that. Whereas Dan Ige's like actually just got dynamite hands. Bro's got like
Yeah.
fucking loads of just fucking cold knockouts. Anyway, I got Lerone Murphy by decision. I don't know about you, but
I have Lerone Murphy by decision as well. I
oh,
agree.
you
Right.
got split or
Up on and
unanimous.
up the card.
Alright,
We have
I'm not allowed to know that then.
we have Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic. I have Alexander Rakic. Magomed Ankalaev cannot deal with
Oh
a
my
leg kick.
fucking
Okay,
life. Don't give
Magomed
me this
Ankalaev's
racket
front
shit.
leg will be
Don't give me
chewed
this.
up.
Bro, as soon as he wants to wrestle, fucking it's over. That's it. It's over, right? I hate Ankalaev. Well, I actually don't. I'm gonna be real. I actually don't. I just like Pereira, which means I have to hate Ank. You know what I mean? It's like if you like Charles, you
I do
can't
agree.
also like
I
Islam.
agree.
You know what I mean? Vice
Yeah,
versa.
I
Anyway,
agree.
I think this
Anyway,
is how this happens,
Rakic
right?
wins this.
Rakic gonna hit a few leg kicks. You're gonna think, ooh, Rakic is doing good. Ooh, Rakic is good. One takedown over. Bam. Ground and pound. Probably going to finish him in round 2. Maybe round 3. I've got a finish in this fight either way. I don't think it's going to decision.
I think Rakic is a far more technical striker. I think that Rakic doesn't. I don't think he necessarily has more power.
Damn, I thought
Okay?
Rakic was Serbian. Am I dumb? Am I
Yeah,
just
bro, he
dumb?
trains
Do
out
I
of
just not
Vienna.
know anything
He trains
about
out of
anyone?
Vienna. I don't think you have. You ever watched this sport before?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I have Rakic by round 2 KO. I think that he'll chew up his legs in the first. I think that Ankalaev might go for takedowns, but I think that by the time that he's going for them, I think it'll be panic takedowns. I think he'll be panic wrestling. I think Rakic beats him on the feet, and I can see maybe Ankalaev shooting for takedowns as a last ditch effort. But I don't even think Ankalaev's wrestling is necessarily that good. I don't think we've seen him prove his wrestling to be super incredible. Or this guy's wrestling is good based on the fact his name is Magomed. Okay. There's no evidence to support that this guy can be more than on the floor.
Oh my god.
He just
Bro,
is
he
good
10-8'd
based on the
Jiri in the
name
last
is
round.
Magomed.
He 10-8'd Jiri in the
I
last
want
round
to-
of their fight. With wrestling.
You mean Yan?
That's the one.
Yeah, but bro,
Bro, that's killed my whole point, hasn't it?
that's
I
Jan
can't really act
Blahovic.
all
That's
smart and then
Jan
just get the
Blahovic.
fuck.
You know, those lads are Jan Blahovic that got submitted by 45-year-old.
Nah, bro. I
Bruno
watched that fight
Teixeira.
back. I watched that fight back the other day. Bro, Magomed actually got robbed. Round 1, 3, and 10-8'd him in round 5. Okay. 1, 4, and 10-8'd him in round 5 even. Okay? Let's be real now. Who's Rakic beat at a top level? Let's be real.
I think
Name a
that
good win.
Magomed was.
Name a good win.
I think
We ain't got
I
any.
think that Rakic was performing well. I think Rakic was performing well against. You know, that's
Bro,
like saying.
Rakic lost round 1 against Yan. Then he laid on him round 2 because he couldn't beat him in the striking. And then he did his leg in round 3. And then against Jiri, he looked really good. I will say that, he looked really good, and then he got knocked out. So we know he doesn't have a chin.
He does have a chin. He survived all of round 1 and 2.
Bro, because he didn't get hit, and then he got punched once and died.
Bro, they were both going back and forth. That was a firefight.
Oh
Okay,
my
I understand
god.
that Rakic was outstriking him, but Jiri was still landing.
Nah, bro, Jiri was doing that weird shit where he's walking forward and like bobbing his head like a gnome.
Yeah, he was headbutting into his. Bro, he was breaking his hands. Okay, you don't understand the skull.
Alright, we'll see.
Is a defensive weapon.
I ain't losing the parlay on Rakic.
I
That's
have
all I'm
Rakic
saying.
by round 2 KO.
Oh my god. I've got Magomed Ankalaev.
spoke my balls on this, bro.
I've got
Rakic by
Magomed
round 2
Ankalaev
KO.
by round 2 KO, submission, ground and pound. Rakic is like popping out again. Rakic could win every second of this fight and he won't win. I'll tell you that for a fact. He won't win. Even if he looks good, he won't win.
True.
Typical looks
That's
good.
true.
Oh my god, he lost again, fighter. This guy's gonna end up being the Michael Johnson of fucking light heavyweight.
All right. Let's move on up the card.
Ah, okay. Up the cut. We're like at the top now. I cannot wait for this fight.
This is an incredible fight. Now, I don't think that Robert Whittaker is from the UK, but maybe. Sorry, Khamzat Chimaev is from the UK, but maybe he's made a change recently.
No, he has. He literally
But,
did. I was speaking to him. He said, "Brother, I made the UK. I don't fucking know." Anyway.
If there was anyone who was going to switch his nationality another time, I would probably pick Khamzat Chimaev.
Just for clarification, guys, the screenshot didn't have a country for him, so I figured I'd just make him from the UK, and then it's even easier to support him than I'm already gonna, because he's gonna. Right, I'm not gonna hear Robert Whittaker's gonna survive one round and then outdo him.
There's no hope for him. Whittaker's toughest like struggle in grappling was against Derek Brunson, and I don't even think he looked that good in that fight.
I cannot remember that fight, and I'm going to be completely real. Khamzat just out-wrestled Usman, and if he can do that, he can out-wrestle Real. And, like, we've got to be real. If it was Usman versus Adesanya, Usman would out-wrestle Adesanya. Everyone knows this. It was Rob versus Adesanya, and Rob kind of out-wrestled him a little bit, maybe. Didn't do enough to win him the fight. Let's be real. Khamzat Chimaev's going to sub him in round 1. Maybe he subs him in round 2. There's this weird myth that Khamzat's not got a gas tank. I don't know where that came from. I just don't know. Like in the Usman fight, he didn't gas. He broke his hand.
This is
Like,
true. He was. I mean, yeah, he was thrown till the very end.
yeah, I
Realistically,
mean, it's
they
not
had
like
that flurry
Usman like
against each other
suddenly
at the
started
end.
like destroying him. And like,
Mm.
you know, there's a weird myth here that Khamzat just doesn't have a gas tank. Okay, just because he dies every weigh-in doesn't mean that he dies every round 2. Let's be real. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And I really like
That's
Rob.
true. I thought Hamza by round 1 submission.
I really like Rob. I'm gonna be completely real. I want Khamzat to win as well. I'm not gonna like beat around the bush here. I'm a big Khamzat stan.
Mm.
Let's get to the main
Good,
fight.
good, good, good for you.
Thank you.
Main fight prediction.
Oh, here we
Up the
are.
card, brother.
This is the best
This is the
one.
fight.
I can't wait for
That is
this.
generally what they reserved this spot for.
Yeah. I hope Juliana Pena's up next.
Versus Max Holloway. Who do we have?
Um, let me make my mind up right now, bruh.
I've already made my mind up, so I'll go
Fuck.
right now.
I think
Max
Ilya
Holloway
wins by
has
decision.
far better volume. No, you can't tell me you're going to make your mind up. Then I give you time to make your mind up and then speak over me. That doesn't make any sense, brother.
You just
Let
started.
me
Yours
talk.
was going too
Let me
slow.
talk.
You're going too slow.
I wasn't going too slow.
Alright, I've
Right,
got
let me
Ilya.
explain
Why
to
does
you
it
right
say
now.
he's German? What the where's this guy from?
Yeah, bro, he was born in Germany. He's only lived in Spain for 10 years, by the way. What a grifter, by the way. Born in Georgia, raised in Germany. He moved to Spain when he was 15, okay? The ultimate grift. This man has literally just claimed Spanish nationality because we went to visit him there. I can't believe he got away with this. He's only given Spanish nationality, by the way, after he won the UFC belt. If I was Ilya, I would be pissed.
Why have they given him Spanish
Anyway,
shorts
I'd be
then?
even more pissed if I was Ilya because he's losing this fight. Max is a far better volume striker, okay? You have to understand that Ilya,
Max is a far better volume striker.
realistically,
Yeah, because Ilya isn't a volume striker.
yeah, exactly. And I think in this 5 round fight, I think this will be one that I think it goes the distance. I doubt that Ilya can beat Max. I doubt Ilya gets the KO on Max. I think that
Well,
people
I
are
never
severely
said that.
underestimating Max's chin because he got dropped by Justin Gaethje, one of the hardest hitters at lightweight.
You know what I'll say?
Sure.
Apparently, I'm not saying it shouldn't have. You know, it didn't even count. It's not
Well,
counted.
yeah, I know,
I
but
don't know
we
why.
know he got dropped.
Nah,
We
bro,
know
he
he got
slipped. He
dropped.
slipped.
But
Anyway,
look,
Ilya wins decision, bro.
anyway, I have Max Holloway. I have it going all 5 rounds, and I have Max Holloway by decision. I have Max Holloway by decision.
Okay, Max has never fought a wrestler as good as Ilya, and that's all I'm gonna say. I think Ilya's gonna take him down in round 2. I reckon Max gonna win round 1, like pat pat pat. You know what I mean? He's gonna do 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 do. He's gonna do the little ta ta ta. You know, he does a little touch.
Yeah, like he was in that interview.
Yeah,
Where
ta
we were
ta
tapping against the bag.
ta 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 ta. And then Ilya is gonna go. Alright, that's enough of that. Also, prediction right now: Ilya's gonna point to the center circle straight away, and Mac's gonna say no, and Ilya's gonna act like that's some crazy thing immediately. I'm gonna tell you that for a fact. That's gonna happen. You're welcome. You're welcome. I just told you the
Agreed.
future. That's gonna happen. Mac's gonna
Agreed.
tap him up, and then Ilya's gonna beat him. Let's say 2, 3, 4, and then Max wins round 5. Then Ilya's not gonna engage with him at the end. I don't think. There you go.
Agreed.
And then
I
Ilya
don't think
wins
that they'll
3-2.
engage, but I do actually think that I do think they'll engage with each other in round 5. I think Max will point to the center in round 5. I think they'll throw down, and I think Max Holloway will take the decision. All right. Well, that's our UFC 308 predictions.
No, it's
okay?
not, because we've just ended like Max is just a definite winner.
Well, I think Max is a definite winner.
No, but you ended the video like, and Max is going to take the decision. That's the 308. No, it's not.
Then give your final thoughts, brother. Give your final thoughts.
Ilya's going to remain the champ, unfortunately. And why I say that, right? Everyone acts, right? I just don't like Ilya. I actually want Max to win, but I don't care if he wins because he's an exciting fighter. And everyone acts like Ilya is going to be the, oh my god, not Ilya is champ. We need Max to save us. Save us from what? Exciting fights. I don't understand. This is a win-win. Whoever wins, it's good for the sport. I've got Ilya anyway. That's the predictions. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, come back for another one. I hope you get these right and stuff.